This is Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, filling in for Alex today. Some pretty energetic music. Thanks, guys. I always appreciate the extra boost. Not that we need it around here. Powered by freedom and superfoods. That's our slogan. That's our motto. And speaking of freedom, we've got joining us today the executive director of the Illinois State Rifle Association, ISRA, is just going to be joining us for about 5 minutes or so to give us an update on this sneak attack that happened last night in Illinois, in Springfield, to try to destroy the Second Amendment rights of all citizens of the state of Illinois. So, Mr. Pearson, Richard Pearson is his name, and guys, if you'll bring up the website, I'll mention the URL during the interview. Mr. Pearson, thank you for joining us today on the Alex Jones Show.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. Give us an update, a breakdown. What happened yesterday in the state Congress there?
Well, what happened was we had been working all weekend, with phone calls, and I got lots of complaints in that the phone lines were jammed up, melted down, plugged up, and they decided to withdraw all the bills yesterday at 4 o'clock.
So they were trying to sneak it through on a Sunday.
Right, but on Sunday we were there, and they decided to hoist the white flag, at least temporarily. So
if this bill had passed, tell us exactly what it would have done in terms of criminalizing firearms in the state.
Well, you wouldn't have been able to own any semi-automatic anything, including 22 rifles with magazines.
Wow. Do these people not realize how many farmers and ranchers are in Illinois and they need these as tools of the farm?
They don't care. They don't like anybody that owns guns. They don't like you because you like guns. They don't like me because I like guns.
So surely they must realize that Chicago is already the murder capital of the world, even though it's a, quote, gun-free zone.
Well, that's right, but it's because of those guns it's the murder capital of the world. Although the second largest city, which is not a gun-free zone, had no murders last year.
And which city would that be?
That would be Aurora, Illinois. And so I don't know how they reconcile this, but they can do it in their own mind because they have magnificent mental power.
How angry are the legal firearms owners in the state of Illinois right now? Because I'm sure you've heard from a lot of them. What's the word on the street there?
They are angry. But that doesn't mean this is piloted by the city of Chicago and Rahm Emanuel, and so they're going to bring this back again. It doesn't matter to them how angry they are, but so we'll see this again, and we will resist with every effort.
But, sir, do they think that they can just make a law on a piece of paper and that nothing's going to happen in response? Do they think that all the people of the state of Illinois are just going to turn in their guns and become slaves to Rahm? Do they really believe that's going to happen?
Well, I actually think that they do actually believe that's going to happen, but I think the last few days have shown that might be outside of what's going to happen here.
Yeah. What is your website, Mr. Pearson, so that people can visit?
It is www.isra.org.
ISRA.org. Okay, and I see you have an urgent alert posted there. That's from yesterday.
Yes.
Are you getting a lot of additional press right now across the country or across the state? What's happening with the media angle on this?
We are getting lots of interviews, lots of phone calls, lots of emails. We have people joining. We have members from Texas, by the way. And so we appreciate everyone going to the website and joining. And we thank you for that.
Excellent. All right. Well, I appreciate the update, Richard. Thank you for joining us here on the Alex Jones Show today, and keep up the fight because we, the gun owners of America, will win this. We just have to continue the fight. That's all.
We do, and we have to stick together, too.
Absolutely. Well, good job defeating that bill, and keep up the effort to fight for liberty and freedom in America.
I will. Thank you, and thank everyone out there.
All right. Thank you. Take care then. All right. That was Richard Pearson from the Illinois State Rifle Association. And I'm sure similar events are happening elsewhere across the country. There are probably various nefarious plans by the state representatives of certain cities, let's say, to try to take away the Second Amendment rights of lawful and legal gun owners, which, by the way, include many peace officers, many returning veterans, many active duty military and active duty cops as well. And, you know, I did a story the other day, too, about airline pilots. You know, most people who fly airplanes don't realize that about 17% of the time you're flying in a plane with an armed pilot. That's a good thing. It's a good thing because we don't want pilots to be overpowered by terrorists, right? Or hijackers or anything else. So we arm the pilots, and they carry concealed weapons in the flight deck. And they're prepared to use them. And I tell you what, the pilots that I know, one pilot in particular, he's a very good shot with a Colt 1911 and 45 caliber. He'll put two right in the forehead of any terrorist that tries to break into the flight deck. No questions asked. So there you go. Pilots. Yep, good guys and gals, a few gals, but mostly good guys.
Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.